Welcome back everyone to Story Cubes. All of you give me story ideas in the comments, and then I tell you those stories by rolling these cubes, and I have to use every single one of these cubes to make the story. In this episode, the story is Please Stop Summoning Demons in the Break Room. Once upon a time on planet Earth, there was a family that worked at home. And every day they would talk about traveling the world. Well, it just so happened that the oldest son did that. He traveled the world. And he made a wish on a wishing star to be able to summon demons whenever he wanted, because he thought demons looked very cool. So one day, while he was attracting demons to his house where his family worked, because they all worked at home, he had summoned a swarm of bees. This was a particular kind of demon, a demon that possessed many bees at the same time, and the bees would form together to create his body. He waved at the demon, but the family did not know that he had airdropped a bunch of bees into the house that was a demon. And the family, once they've reached home, had to weigh their options of how to get rid of this demon that was in the house that they worked at. Well, I just dropped one of them onto the ground. So, the family talked about it. We can't have this demon at home. This is where we work. This is where we live. And he's summoning the demon in our break room of where we live and where we work. They felt like their oldest son was a loser for summoning demons to the house. So they called an exorcist to show up and get rid of the demon. The exorcist did not own a phone, so they ended up mailing the exorcist instead. The exorcist did not have a home address, so they just waved someone down on the street to come and help them get rid of this demon, and they gave him a Bible and told him to start reading in it in Latin, and in exchange they'll pay them in fish, because that was their company. The company sold fish in their home. That was also where they worked. And the person revealed that they were allergic to fish and would prefer apples instead. So the family agreed. They told the person that they did not want to be there when he was banishing the demon. So they were all going to go outside for a nice family walk at the park while the stranger with the Bible, reading it in Latin, was left to his own devices. The person couldn't believe what he heard. He was shocked to hear that they were going to just leave him there alone with a demon that could turn into bees. And the family talked it over with him and convinced him that it was the only way that this could be solved. So while he went to the house to investigate where the demon was, the family walked down to the park on a nice Sunday afternoon. Then that night, they spent the whole day. That night, they went home to have found that the person was not there. They searched all throughout the house with a flashlight to see if they could find him. They found him camped out back in the backyard. He was terrified. They thought that was entertaining. And they decided that they would all sleep out in the backyard out of fear of the demon that lived inside their house. And they made a little fort out of the tents so they could all feel closer together. They talked about how they were going to undo this dilemma. They felt locked out of their house, after all, and the process to get rid of the demon was slow. So, They then realized that perhaps the way to do this was to attract another demon into the house. So they summoned one in the forest and told it to go into their house to get rid of the demon. Now, the demon went towards the house and knew the way there because the demons know each other. And once they got into the house, they didn't want to leave. The bee demon was right. This house was fun. And even though they went inside the house to investigate to see if both demons were gone, they realized, like magic, more demons were appearing. So they made a wish on a wishing star that was shooting over the house. And just like that, they were able to wish the demons away. Far, far away. The end.